welcome back to Digger Dan Metal Detecting, where I'm back out on the fields of dreams. I've actually managed to get back on these now. This one is probably the least productive, but I've never ever been on it when it's been so flat. I've only ever been on it with stubble, so this is kind of exciting. It's had peas on it, which have been harvested. They're all done. Sorry about the wind noise, guys, if there is any. The Field of Dreams, the actual Field of Dreams is behind me, still got crops on it. It's, I don't know if that's like barley, maybe barley. Don't think it's wheat, I'm not sure. But probably not too long before it gets harvested, hopefully. But yeah, this one, like I say, I've never ever managed to be on this field when it's actually been, because I know it was ploughed last, probably, yeah, 3 or 4 months ago, really deeply ploughed, same as the other one over the back here. But then it was seeded. I didn't get a chance to go on it because I was too busy on the other one, so I missed that opportunity. But now it's like a mill pond, absolutely flat. So I've got the big 15-inch coil to play with today, because I keep getting told off. I keep getting told off by you guys when it's such a big open field and flat like this. I should be using the bigger coil. I know I probably should, but the M9 coil is just so good, so good. Don't get me wrong, the 15 inch is absolutely brilliant too. It's just heavy. It's a lot to swing. Well, not heavy, but when you're swinging all day, it's a lot. But yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to man up. I'm going to man up and swing it. I lost a bet as well, by the way. It's your guys' fault. You guys, you there that didn't subscribe, hit that button. It's too late now. I lost. So yeah, Luke is amazing though. Absolutely incredible. He's such a great guy. I love him. I'll see you on the first hole, guys. Right, well, I've had a couple of signals. I just sort of started on the field, but I've literally just had a few bits of lead. I've got another little sort of surfacey one there, I think. Probably lead again. There, yeah. I think it's just lead again. Yeah, lots of lead on here. Yeah, there we go, tiny little bit of lead. Seems to be a lot of it. But we shall we'll definitely carry on and crack on with this, and hopefully, being as I've got the bigger coil, I'm just going to up my recovery speed because it's slightly falsy on here. Still dry, and it has been sort of turned over and then rolled, so it's aerated as well. Lots of false, and that's false, and it sounds like a signal, but did I tell you how great Luke from Swing and Dig is? Just thought I'd let you know. He's absolutely amazing. All false in that. False and again, just see what I mean? It sounds like a signal, but it's definitely not. Definitely iron. It's just where you catch the edge of that iron, and it just gives that little false signal. But obviously with the bigger coil it does catch more of it, so very difficult to pinpoint, well, not pinpoint, but difficult to tell where the target is with the bigger coil, because it's
also makes things sound like they're on the or near the surface, even if they're a couple of inches down. Difficult to find things in this. That's a bit of foil. Had a couple of bits of that. Difficult to find things in this dusty soil as well. But we shall crack on, and I'll see you on that next really good signal, hopefully. I kind of like this one, although it's quite deep. It's showing 4 bars on the depth, and it's quite whispery. And it's a 30-31. I just like the sound of it. I'm using my MOTLEY spade today as well, by the way, because it is just great for this softer, loose stuff, because it's just like a big shovel, and it just easily pulls the stuff out of the ground. Sorry, I'm going to have to turn into the wind a little bit to get... I think it's getting deeper and deeper. It's falling into the hole, so that's the trouble when it's loose like this. See the dust flying off. That's getting down there. For some reason it's not coming out. Sounds nice now. 24, 25, so it's dropped down a little bit. Could be lead, but there's plenty of it. That was at some depth as well. Is that just a piece of lead again? Yeah, it looks like it. It's a shame. That was a nice signal. Just like those whispery deep ones. They just... don't know what it is about them. Doesn't matter so much about depth on here, obviously, because this has been ploughed, so depth is nothing here. You know, things have been brought up nearer the surface. I've dropped down to 19 sensitivity. It's very falsy on here, but then this is busy land. It's, yeah, so flat and soft on here. I just don't know where to go, if I'm honest. I'm just kind of wandering just till I find a little spot, maybe. I'm hoping. God, that wind. I am sorry, guys. Hopefully that's not coming through too much, which I imagine it probably is, but... just had a 30 signal here. It was a bit bouncy and jumpy, so I thought maybe shotty end or lead again, but no, it's this little, I believe, a tiny little buckle. My machine's going, oh, saved you. Spade went, I caught the machine. I need to start laying that down again. It's very windy today. But yeah, there we go. Lovely little tiny buckle. That is minute. Not sure I've seen one like that. Not sure what that would be off. Maybe a little shoe buckle type thing, possibly. But yeah, very nice. Very old, that. I'm going to guess medieval. Just going by the shape and look of it. But yeah, nice little find. Nice way to start the day. Lovely. Bit of a whispery 60s, 70s. I like it though. It's one of those sort of ghosty type signals again. And it's out straight away. I thought it was deeper, how quiet it was actually, but it's not as deep as I thought. Maybe it's trash. What's that? Dust in my eyes now. What is that? For a minute there I thought it was a seal. I've got grit in my eyes, it's so dusty. I'm crying. I'm just crying because Luke is so amazing. Well, I'd kind of forgotten how quiet this field actually is, and I thought I put it down mainly to the fact that I've only ever detected it on stubble, but actually no, the Manticore does a brilliant job even in stubble, and the field's still quiet. Lots of lead, which is a good sign, but I don't understand really why there's so much lead and not many finds. Usually where there's a lot of lead, and I mean it's widespread across the whole field, usually where there's a lot of lead there's a lot of finds as well, coins and artifacts and bits and bobs. But anyway, I have found this. I've just pulled this up. It was a 22, I believe. Now I think we may be onto another buckle. Let's just try and get this dirt out of here. It's heavily encrusted anyway, so dry. Right, that's going to be awkward. I've got to try and make this sort. I don't think this is an old buckle from the look of it. I think there's a pin in it, but I think it's rusty. Very rusty, actually. It may have rusted through the entire centre of it. I can't quite get the dirt out of the middle of the buckle. So I think I'm going to say it's more of a modern small buckle. Yeah, I cannot for the life of me get that. It might be one of those ones with the two pointy pronged pins. I can't quite make it out. It's very difficult, but it's, yeah, properly rusted in there. As you can see, the rust. Can't even get the soil out of the centre, but I think I can see a bar across the middle here and then a double pronged pin. Hopefully you can hear me alright, guys. That wind is horrific today. It's so open here. I'm pretty sure that's what we've got here, though. If I take a bit more of that off. Oh, there we go. I managed to get the... I'm pretty sure that's what that is. You can quite clearly see the two little prongs. I don't know if I can get my swing and dig cleaning kit out here and try. Yes, I can just scrape the middle, the centers out, hopefully. It's a fantastic little brush and pick. It comes in very handy just for doing things like this. It's very difficult to get through that. The rust has kind of taken over completely there, I think. So we'll leave that as it is for now. But yeah, I think you can see what it is. That's a nice find. But I'll tell you what would be a nicer find. If you were to find Luke Duggan in a field, I think that would just make your day. Yeah, we could go swinging and digging together. Got an absolute banger here, so I thought I'd turn the camera on. I've had a lot of big signals and they've been shotty ends and lead, so I can only expect it to be... It's a 48-49, which is similar signal, to be honest, to the lead I've been getting in the... It's out straight away, that's a good sign. A lot of the lead has been pretty deep as well, if I'm honest. Put that down, because that's going to fall over. And we're onto a coin, I think. Don't be a button. No, that's a coin. First coin of the day. It looks like a William, and it looks in fairly good condition. I'll leave that there, and we'll go to the other camera and have a look. Absolutely brilliant. So this is just going to be one of those fields today where it's a real struggle to get my camera on and turn it on for a signal, because there's so much trash, so much lead and everything else. But this looks half decent as well. This, I don't know about the other side of it, but I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll go away and I'll do a little clean up on it. It looks like we've got some decent detail. I think that's a William III from the look of it. Now I don't know from the size of it whether is that a halfpenny or is that like a farthing? It's quite small, maybe halfpenny. But I'll go away, I'll have a little clean up and then I'll come back to you, but that looks pretty decent, that. Okay, so that's not bad at all for a William III. That is a pretty decent condition coin, copper anyway. I'm not 100% sure what it is denomination wise, but it's, I thought I saw a date. There we go. Can we see the date there? Now, is that, it's going to be 1600s. Is that 95 or 05? I believe. Is that a 5? I think that's a 5. I'm going to guess that's I don't know if that's 05, 1605, or is that too early? Might be 95, or even 85. Yeah, a bit of a difficult one. It's not great, but there is a date there. Might be able to get a cleaning pencil on that and give that a bit of a scrub up. Yeah, can't see much else on there, but the bust side's pretty good. That is a nice little coin. You've got Gullelms there, written around the outside there, I believe. Yeah, Gullelms, William. And usually a little 1, 2, 3 here, but I can't see that either. So, but definitely a little William III. A nice early copper coin, that. I'm very pleased with that indeed as a first coin of the day. Possibly my only coin of the day yet. The way the field is, how quiet it is. But yeah, that is nice. Really pleased with that.
Luke from Swing and Dig Detectorists is amazing! Ooh.
Right, well I just had an kind of iffy, let's just show you, it's iffy 22 here. I'm struggling with this one a bit. It's a bit up and down. Pretty solid 22 now, but it was slightly iffy, off tone. But I think we may have done it. I think we've got to cut half. Just here. I'm hoping. I think it is. I think it's a hammered. Finally got ourselves a little hammered coin. It's just, I think we'll spray that. It's quite dry dirt. I don't want to scratch it. Ah, and my bottle's just given up the ghost. Just in time. My spray nozzle's given up. Not good. Typical, isn't it? Don't know why that's done that. I've probably got a spare one in the van, but I'm a little way away from it now. So we'll just, sorry, totally off camera there guys, I'm just pouring some water on it. I think it may be a little short cross. Possibly. Yes, it is. Sorry guys, that was terrible filming there. We got ourselves a little voided short cross, so a bit of an earlier one. Who have we got? Can we see him? There's a scepter there. I might have just the side of the head, which may be enough to give me an idea of who it is, I think. Is that the scepter just here? No, a bit of a crusty one, but still a nice little hammered coin. Little voided short cross. That wind is really strong today. You're probably alright, I'm sheltering you from it a bit. But yeah, how cool is that? So pleased to find that. They are here, I have found them here before. I found Roman on this field, I've even had a Papal Bulla, or half of one on this field. So there is stuff here, but you have got to really work for it. But that's awesome, absolutely awesome. Cracking stuff. Right, well I just thought I'd grid up and down because obviously I just found that little cut half, probably just over there somewhere around about here, and I've just been gridding up and down and having a little look, and I think we may be onto another one. 28, 29, 30. I think we're onto a full hammered this time. So these are quite fairly close together. I think it's a hammered. It's got to be. I've literally just I saw this. I saw that and I thought, oh, I need my spray bottle, and that's no good. I've got to go get my spray. So I've just ran back to my van and got myself another nozzle. I did have a spare in the van, so not much for the imprint. Oh, this looks like it could be a nice one as well. I think it's going to be an Edward. Just gently take some of that off without rubbing it, and then we'll give it a spray. But with my new nozzle, I've even got a lid now, look. Let's put that down there. Hopefully this one won't give out on me. But this looks like a nice coin, and this permission, the sandy soil here really preserves stuff very well. It's going to be an absolute stunner, this. It's an Edward. Let me give it a little brush, just gentle. Super soft bristled brush. Very fine brush. Just gets that dirt out without causing any harm to the coin. Barely touches it really. It's that fine. It just gets that detail for me so I can show you guys, and I'm going to put that in the right pocket because you know what I'm like for losing brushes. Come on, spray nozzle, don't you give out on me. It's not happy. It's not a happy spray nozzle either. Why are they all so terrible? There we are. Let's give that just a little dry. I'm not going to go any further with cleaning that. We'll do a better job at home. But that is an absolute cracker. And I think, look at that. It is an Edward, I think. It's a bit of an odd looking bust, that. I like that very much. There's something very interesting about that. Now I don't know which Edward, but so what we got? Civitas. It's a London mint. So yeah, Civitas, London. Look at the condition of that, honestly. What a beautiful, beautiful coin. Absolutely incredible. There's something about this that's telling me it's slightly different. The writing is a little bit different. I don't know if that's an early one. Maybe that's an Edward the First. Possibly. The writing's very flared at the edges, isn't it? EDWARD. I think Edward. Yeah, definitely an Edward. I'm thinking early. I'm thinking that may be an Edward the First. If anybody actually knows, let me know. I could be totally wrong there. I'm not great with my Edwards. They're very difficult. There's a lot of them. So yeah, very difficult to remember and identify. But some people are just very good at it. Not me. But that is an absolute cracker. What a coin. I need to carry on round here. I think I found maybe found like a little bit of a hot spot, which I was hoping for. So yes, get in. Right, not a hammered signal, and if anything is a bit of a blur on the screen, but it was only a few steps away from that hammered, so Could be literally anything really, couldn't it? Probably lead. No, shotty end, there we go. Right there, look. Chuck that in the trash. Now I've just changed my battery on my Garrett carrot, and I actually last time I changed it. Last time I changed it, I wrote down in my notes on my phone, so I remember when I changed it, just to see how long the battery would last. And I bought some Energizer, I think they're Energizer Ultimate Lithium, so some decent ones, well worth it. I actually changed the battery last in November 24, so around 9 months ago. It's lasted 9 months, and you know how many holes I dig with this thing, how many targets I've pinpointed with it in that time. 9 months, and I've literally just changed the battery again today, 5th of July. Yeah, so about 9 months, so well worth it. No charging up. I've already been over this spot. I think there's lots of footprints here. I'm kind of going up and down and across this area just to cover everywhere. Lots of false and still, a little bit of a busy area. I'm on 20 sensitivity at the minute. I've tried ground balancing and it doesn't make an awful lot of difference. If you wanted to ground balance, you need to find a clean spot like that. Absolutely nothing there, not even a hum from the irony tone. Go to your ground balance and just press and hold until it goes completely quiet. It's settled on 30, so you can do that. It does quieten down a little, I think. Maybe helps with the falsing a little bit. I've just been trying it on and off, but that's an iffy one, 35. This soil is soft on the top, but very, very hard underneath. A few inches down, it's pretty solid, so it seems like they've only turned the top a little bit this time. Like I say, they did plough this. Shotty end, look. Another shotty end. Yeah, they did plough this about 4 or 5 months ago, so yeah, so it's been well turned over, this. Just really scanning this area. In a row. They don't seem to be, well, obviously not the same age or type of coin. They're not the same, so they've obviously been dropped at different times, but just a coincidence maybe that there was two together here, or two near each other. That's barely a signal. It's going to be a tiny piece of lead, more than likely. Yes, I should probably be digging everything, but this field is full of lead. It's ugly. Bit of an iffy one, I couldn't quite tell where that one was. It's in the 40s. It's a very iffy one, it's all over the shop, this one. Very erratic. Probably another shotty end, yeah it is. Yeah, shotty end middle. Didn't like that one at all, did it? Oh, that wind, sorry guys. Nearly blew me over. That is strong. There'll be storms tomorrow, I think. It's 25 today. So it's pretty warm, but I've got that wind is keeping me fairly cool. So pleased with those hammered coins, especially that second one. The condition of it, I just love the condition they come up here. It's so exciting when you know you've got the possibility of finding hammers anyway, but the fact that they can come up in such good condition here, almost just like the day they were dropped. How they survive like it, I do not know. Crack on. I'll show you the next signal, guys. Get out of that wind. Well, I was a bit late to turn the camera on this one. It was right on the surface. I've just literally nudged it out with my pinpointer. It was in the 50s, and it is a coin, yeah, I think. Unless there's a shank under this heap of mud. No, I don't think there is. I think we've got ourselves a coin, and I'm looking at the thickness of that. I'm thinking that's like possibly an early Georgian, maybe. Bit of a difficult one. I think it's a bit. Sorry, guys, dropping you. Ah, sorry about that. I think that's a Georgian. Give it a trouser rub. I think the wind just dropped pushed the phone off my little holder there. What do we got here? Oh, I think there is a bust or something there. What's that? There's some detail. Anyway, something here. Do we have a bust? I'm not sure on that one at all, if I'm honest. I think it's Georgian. Yeah, pretty scrubbed. If you can spot the bust there, I can't. I think it is that way up. I think he's right facing, whoever that is. I think. I'm only guessing here. It's very difficult to tell, actually. Is it that way up? Something here that's throwing me off. I'm not sure what it is. I'm pretty sure that's the bust that way. Is it like a George II, maybe? Possibly? Bit of a difficult one. Can't see anything on the reverse at all. Don't think we're going to get a date. But there we are, green coin. I'm thinking Georgian, early Georgian, looking at the thickness of it. Lovely stuff. Third coin of the day. Not sure what this little object is, but it's a something. I've worked my way further out into the field, and the further out I get, the more quiet it gets. But I've got to try. I've got to go around the whole field and have a look. But yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Some kind of maybe leather mount or something like that. There's a little stud just there. Sorry about that wind, guys. I'm gonna have to turn around. It's hideous today. That wind is just relentless. But yeah, a little something or other. We'll carry on. Well, this is a very interesting one. I've had a little clean up, and I've had a little look up. It's Norwich there, Norwich, and then it says MDDCCCXI, I believe, right on the end, very faint. And it's what did it say? Newton, around the outside it says Newton silversmith, and then something, and jewelers, I think, and jewelers. Now you've got like a Britannia there, I think, holding something, and a lion to her right there. This is a very odd one. So it's like a halfpenny, I believe. So it's like a token, I'm guessing. You've got a shield. I think you've got a castle with a lion below it there. We're in Norwich Castle, Norwich City. Look, absolutely fantastic. It's got kind of a milled edge to it. What a cool little find. Very random. That was quite a big signal, but like I say, I've walked out into the middle of the field and it's just blank. I keep getting the odd big signal and it's just rubbish. But then I got this, so yeah, absolutely brilliant. I'll put it up to the right of the screen what that is. Yeah, I did have a quick look up and I found a little bit about it, but I'll try and find some more as well. But that is a very cool little find. That'll clean up quite nice as well, I think. Yeah, nice bit of reasonably local history. I'm not a million miles away from Norwich, so yeah, very nice to find. Beautiful. Oh, and I think that's 18. I think it said 1811, so it's fairly early. 1811. There you go. Fantastic. I don't know if I mentioned this guy called Luke. He's from Swing and Dig, and he's absolutely awesome. I don't know if you guys know him. You should know him. Surely everybody knows him. He's amazing. Just had this one as well, and I believe my thoughts is that that's part of a book clasp. Now I don't know the actual date of these. They seem to have like ring and dot on them quite a lot of the time, but they're not early. They're not definitely not Saxon or anything like that. I think these are like a lot later. I think I'm going to guess sort of 1800s, somewhere around there. But yeah, quite a cool little find. Little patterned edge there, little ring and dots, a few little stripes, and a bit of the catch on this side. Little hook there. But yeah, I believe that's a book clasp or part of a book clasp. But yeah, nice find. We seem to be finding a few little bits in this area. Well, I've been going for quite some time now and I haven't had a good find in a long while, so to be honest, I don't think this field hasn't changed much, whether it has stubble on it or not. I've had a few good finds today. I've had a cracking day. Really enjoyed it. It's just one of those fields. It's a huge field. Lots of chatter. Very dry though, to be fair. There's stuff here, definitely stuff in this field, but considering the Field of Dreams is next door to it, and I've said it again, the next field over is incredible. And then there's nothing here, but then you don't know what was here before, do you? So it's one of those. This could have all been woodland here for all I know, and they didn't really go into it much or use it. It wasn't worked. So a spider on my face. Maybe this field wasn't worked like the others. I don't know. I really don't know. There's a lot of shotty ends, a lot of lead. That's a big signal. Very loud. Seem to struggle sometimes with those. I think that's a milled up shotty end. The size of that signal is just unreal for some of these shotty ends. Very big signals, very loud. That was it. A lot of shotty ends on here. More than there was before, obviously, because I can now actually, I'm now getting to them without the stubble there. It seems to have brought them out more. Like I say, I've had some cracking finds today. That hammered coin, whew, absolute beauty. Brilliant little coin. Kind of a day maker, that one. think I should have probably stayed along that edge a little longer and hunted it out a bit better, but I can go back there. I just wanted to get out into the field and try and find some other spots. Lots of falsing again. Very busy field. More falsing. Luke is amazing, by the way. I don't know if you realise this, but absolutely brilliant bloke. Swing and dig detectorists. He makes these covers, my nice gold cover. He makes the end caps for your manticores. He makes the little piece in the end there, the little coil stiffeners. Finds pods, finds boxes. I don't know if you can tell, guys, but I lost a bet. Oh, I told you that, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing you can probably by now figure out what the forfeit for that was. Oh, it is what it is. I've got to take it on the chin. But in all seriousness, I am nearing the 10,000 mark, which that was what the bet was. If I didn't meet the 10,000 sub mark by a certain date, then I lose. But we are getting close to it. We're getting very close. So thank you very much, all of you, for subscribing to the channel. Bit of clay there. Yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. It means a lot. We'll get to that 10,000 and we'll do a nice big giveaway. And if I don't find anything else soon, I shall see you on the roundup, guys. Now this was a scratchy 30 signal, very off signal, very iffy. Now to begin with, I thought, oh, maybe it's a buckle pin. But looking at it and looking at the top there, it needs a bit of a clean up. But I honestly think that's a Latin type fibula or brooch, some sort of brooch. Now that could be either very early Roman or Celtic, possibly. Let me know your thoughts on that, guys, but I'm pretty certain there's not much of it. It's not much to look at, is it? But I think that's a Latin type fibula brooch. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. But I'm pretty certain that's what it is. It's not a buckle pin. It's too long, it's too big, too misshaped. Kind of doesn't suit, and that head there looks like a Latin type. It definitely is. I'm sure it is. Let me know your thoughts, but that is absolutely awesome, and one way to end the day. End the day on an absolute banger. What a cracking find. I'm pretty certain that's what that is. I'm gonna guess that's a Celtic brooch. Absolutely amazing. Literally about to do the roundup, and I thought I'll carry on, just walk a little further and do one last signal. I wanted one last signal before I finished, and I'm glad I did. This was about 22 in the ground, I think. 28, 27 now, and I cannot believe this. For a last final hole, just there, look, it looks like a hammered. Oh, it's a half. Oh, it's a half. I thought that was a full coin then. A little cut half. And it's another voided short cross. What we got? Can we make out the bust on this one? Might give it a little spray up. I cannot believe that for a last signal. I literally just said I was thinking to myself, I want one more signal before I leave today. And there we go. This sprayer nozzle is not very good. Oh, I'm having bad luck with spray nozzles again. Oh, it's about to give up on me. Yeah, it's gone. That's a new one as well. Well, there we go. I'll give it a little. We've had a little clean up. That lasted all of 5 minutes, that spray nozzle. What is going on? Just want a good spray bottle. I think someone said before actually about the, what was it, sun cream bottles, the lids off the sun cream bottles. I'll have to look into that, see if I can find myself one. Who have we got here? There we go. I think we're just getting his chin. It looks like maybe a Richard, possibly a Richard. It's either a Richard or a Henry III, I believe. Very difficult to tell again. It's a bit of an older one. What we got here? I think that's a C-O-N on dot and then C, possibly Canterbury mint, maybe. Oh yeah, I'm guessing there. But there we go again. Another little voided short cross. Very old coin. Last minute banger. And I am going to finish on that. That is incredible. What a way to finish the day with two fantastic finds. Let's go to the roundup, guys. Here we are, guys. That's my day done. It's been an absolutely incredible day. Super quiet field, but it really does hold some secrets out there. Got a field of dreams behind me. I'm dreaming about it. Not long now before harvest. That stuff looks like it's not far off. Looking pretty golden there, isn't it? But yeah, no, what an incredible day. I've had so much fun. It's been great to actually get on that field finally when it's flat and easy-ish digging. But yeah, let's have a look at what we found today, guys. It's immense. I can't believe the coins. I've done better on coins. It's been one of those days. Better on coins than I have on artifacts and bits and bobs. But let's have a look at what we found today, guys. There we are. Look at that. Coins wise is absolutely crazy. I cannot believe the day I've had. I really can't. It's gone a bit dull. I haven't got much sunlight going on. A bit overcast at the minute, so the light's not great for showing these off really. Lots of buttons, and even I saved this to the end for you. A bit of button porn there. Shame it's missing the shank. It's a bit of a grotty one, but look at that pearl. You beauty. And a few other little buttons. They come up in nice condition as well. Little shanks on them and beetle on my arm. Sorry, guys. A bullet there, I believe, possibly World War II, I would have said, looking at that. Like I say, yeah, a few other buttons and bits and bobs. We had a couple of little buckles there, a bit of a more modern one, I think. One of the little 2-pin sort of pins on it, you know. And this one I think maybe a little bit earlier. That's a very dainty little buckle, if it even is a buckle. I'm assuming it is. Looks kind of like a buckle to me, but yeah, no pins, so not 100% sure, but nice anyway. Little partifact there, and I don't know what that is either, but it has got a little stud, so I'm guessing it was some kind of maybe leather stud or leather decoration, possibly. Probably medieval. It's got that kind of look to it. A nice big book clasp. You can see the size of it now compared to my pot. It's quite a big chunk of one. You usually sort of get this top half like that, but I've got the extra bit there with some details on it and the little clasp at the end there. But yeah, very nice little find. And right at the end of the day there, of course, we had this, and I believe, I'm pretty certain that is a Latin type fibula. It's either Celtic, Iron Age, or early Roman. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that one, guys. That's very interesting. I cannot believe that came up actually, after how quiet the field was being. But like I say, it just sometimes just gives up a little secret. It just chucks something nice up. This field's got that tendency to do that. But like I say, today, guys, we smashed it on coins and bits and bobs here. Look at this token, Norwich token. It's a halfpenny. I will put that information up to the right. Again, I cannot remember it all. But there we go. What does it say? No, I can't even read it. Something TON there. I can't remember. It was to do with the jewellers and something else. But a Norwich token, so nice and local. And I need to look up. I need to figure out what that means. MDCCCXI. Yeah, very different. Lovely milled edge to it. Beautiful little token. We've got an early Georgian there, I believe. I could be totally wrong there with that. Let me know if you can see. I can see a bust, but I can't quite make out what it is. So let me know what you think of that. Almost looks like a Roman bust, but I don't think it is. Yeah, bit of a different one that. Not sure. I think it's Georgian, but it's got funny tassels and bits here. Yeah, let me know. That looks like a Roman bust to me, but it's not. I don't think. It's probably like a George first, second. A nice William III there, little halfpenny possibly. Not a bad little bust on that, and we did have a partial date, I think. Can't hardly see it now, this light's not great. And 3 hammered coins today, 2 of which are little cut halves. Both cut halves are voided short crosses. I was then trying to see if they'd fit together, but we got 2 voided short crosses there. Absolutely amazing little things, aren't they? Do love the medieval coinage. It's absolutely brilliant. And of course, I think star of the day, apart from the Latin type brooch, I think star of the day is this fantastic condition Edward coin, London mint. That will clean up absolutely beautifully. It's got a beautiful purple tinge to it. That is just a stunning coin. The bust on it is fantastic. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So pleased with the finds today. It's just been absolutely brilliant. There we go, guys. Luke is fantastic. He's the best detectorist in the world. I need to stop this now. It's done. I'm done with it, Luke. Sorry. I love you though, mate. Absolutely brilliant. No, I've enjoyed doing that as well, to be honest. Saying how much I love you. And oh, brilliant. Thank you very much as always for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.